Marcus Aurelius said, "As far as you can, get into the habit of asking yourself in relation to any action taken by another, what is his point of reference here? But begin with yourself. Examine yourself first." In this video, we'll explore 7 vital Stoic strategies you can use to improve your habits and enhance your life. From practicing patience to saying no to the inessential, these powerful yet practical techniques will help you become your best self by embracing Stoic ideals. Number 1. Practice patience. Practicing patience is one of the most effective ways to develop good habits according to the Stoics. When we rush into new habits, we often take on too much too soon and get overwhelmed and quit. The Stoics recommend exercising patience as you build habits, starting very small, with incremental changes over time. For example, if you want to develop a new exercise routine, don't try to go from no exercise to 1 hour at the gym every day. Start by committing to a 10-minute walk 3 days a week. Once that becomes a solid habit, build upon it slowly over months and years. The Stoics understood that fundamental personal transformation takes time. By patiently focusing on tiny wins day after day, we begin to build momentum. Large-scale change seems impossible until many small changes have accumulated. With patience and persistence, we start to develop identities and lifestyles aligned with our values. If we try to transform everything overnight, we'll fail. But by patiently stacking small wins, we can accomplish more than we ever imagined. Number 2, create a routine. Establishing routines and rituals in your daily life is one of the best ways to develop better habits. Routines eliminate the need for constant decision-making and provide structure, allowing you to conserve mental energy for other essential tasks. Many of the world's most prolific creators, leaders, and thinkers structured their days with strict routines. For example, Charles Darwin followed a rigid daily schedule that involved a pre-breakfast walk, reading, and correspondence until lunchtime, and experiments in the afternoon. Routines free up mental energy, instill a sense of calm through ritual, and form the backbone of productivity, health, and happiness. By thoughtfully designing daily routines, it becomes much easier to develop the habits and lifestyle you want. Number 3, focus on the little things. Many philosophers have discussed the power of focusing on small, repeated actions to develop good habits. This Stoic technique involves identifying tiny daily practices that can be honed over time. Paying attention to these small, repeated actions allows us to stay focused on the present moment. For example, making your bed each morning or reading before bed are small habits. They take little time or effort, but doing them consistently builds discipline. Other examples are writing in a journal, meditating for 10 minutes, or going for a short walk. These little things are easy to overlook amidst the demands of daily life. They can feel trivial, but these small, consistent actions compound to have an enormous impact over time. Tiny gains build up, while little repeated efforts turn into automatic habits. Mastering the small, recurring tasks grants the self-control needed for achieving long-term goals. The Stoics knew that real change comes gradually through persistently working on the little things. This requires patience, discipline, and awareness. Pay close attention to your daily patterns and identify 1 or 2 micro habits to work on. With consistency over time, minor improvements become significant positive changes. Focus on the little things now to build the habits that enable your future success. Number 4, commit to rereading. The Stoics understood the power of regularly revisiting and reflecting on critical principles and teachings. Reading or listening to something once is often not enough for it to sink in fully and shape your thinking. But when you commit to rereading Stoic texts on a regular basis, the lessons and perspectives become embedded in your mind. You'll find new depths of meaning and understanding each time you revisit an idea or passage. Rereading also helps reinforce Stoic principles, so you can recall them more easily when needed in your daily life. Make rereading a habit by setting aside dedicated time to study Stoic texts, whether first thing in the morning, in the evenings, or on weekends. Consider starting a Stoic reading group with friends where you can discuss insights together. Regular study of Stoic texts will nourish your mind and support lasting personal growth. Number 5, associate with people who make you better. The company we keep has an enormous impact on who we are and the habits we form. As the famous quote goes, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's why it's crucial to associate with people who uplift you and spur you toward growth and positive habits. Make it a priority to surround yourself with friends and mentors who display the qualities you seek to cultivate within yourself. Their habits will rub off on you. Seek out individuals who are disciplined, committed, and live with purpose. Find mentors you admire and ask them to share their wisdom. Read biographies of people who overcame adversity and achieved greatness through self-discipline. When we immerse ourselves in a community of growth-oriented people, it's far easier to stay on track with our self-improvement. The opposite is also true. If we associate too closely with negative people who lack self-control, their bad habits can soon become our own. It takes courage to distance yourself from corrosive relationships and influences, but pruning away the people who drag you down is essential for your personal growth. Choose friends and mentors wisely. Allow the rising tide of their commitment and discipline to lift your boat. With the wind at your back in the form of positive peer pressure, your habits will steadily improve. Number 6, free up precious resources. We all have a limited amount of time and energy. To cultivate better habits, we need to be strategic with how we spend these precious resources. An effective strategy is to identify and eliminate distractions, time wasters, and unnecessary activities in your life. For example, think about how much time you spend mindlessly scrolling social media or watching entertainment. While brief joy can recharge and relax us, overindulgence takes away time and attention from more meaningful and productive activities. Consider cutting back entertainment time and replacing it with reading books, learning a new skill, exercising, or socializing. Examine your daily habits for other distracting time sinks. Do you spend too much time shopping online, playing video games, snacking, or idly chatting? Don't feel guilty about occasional indulgence, but be mindful of excess. Redirect that time toward habits aligned with your values and goals. Also, take inventory of your many commitments and obligations. While some bring meaning or social connection, others may be burdensome chores or outdated expectations. Practice saying no to non-essential duties and outsource or eliminate trivial tasks. This frees up energy for what truly matters. By shedding distractions and unimportant tasks, you open space for the habits that enrich your life. Live purposefully, not absent-mindedly. Channel your precious time and energy toward what is worthwhile. Number 7, say no to the inessential. The Stoics understood that in order to grow, we must practice self-restraint and discipline. This means learning to say no to things that distract us or drain our energy. Seneca advised choosing one's company wisely, as we become like those we associate with. He wrote, "Mix sparingly with others, take interest in few, and receive few into your confidence." We only have a limited amount of time and attention to give. By being selective and saying no to social engagements, favors, media, and other inessentials, we conserve our energy for what truly matters. This clears both mental space and time in our schedules for focusing on meaningful goals and relationships. It takes courage to decline invitations and set boundaries. Still, the payoff is increased productivity, less stress, and more fulfillment from the essential things on which we spend our effort. As Epictetus said, know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly. This requires exercising discipline to eliminate anything extra in our days. The things that remain are then given their proper due. In conclusion, The path of the Stoic philosopher is one of self-mastery through reason, persistence, and aligning one's actions with virtue. By implementing these timeless principles in your daily life, you too can move closer to becoming your ideal self and live a more purposeful, fulfilled life. With sustained effort and an inner will guided by wisdom, you have the power to transform any habit. If you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe, leave your comment, and share your insights. We look forward to hearing about your transformation journey, and remember that change starts with a single step. Thank you for watching.